How are consumer bankruptcy attorneys converting more leads? That's what we asked in NACBA 2025. You're going to hear a lot of different ideas and a lot of different rabbit holes. What are the one or two things that you can do that implement right now on your next intake that's going to change your practice significantly in 2025?
What is one secret to converting more bankruptcy leads? Answer the phone. I would say listening, hearing what's going on, hearing what the prospective client is going through, and being able to talk the process towards those issues and be able to help them feel comfortable and relaxed in the process.
It's follow-up. It's being available, having attorneys available to talk to people. It's following up consistently. It's reminding people about their appointments. It's resetting the appointments if somehow they miss or need to change. And it's the follow-up. For me.
The secret is really staying on top of the clients, continuing to talk with them, because even when they call, they may not need your help right away, but once they start getting sued 6 months from now or getting garnished or getting a repossession, and that's when they really come into the office and want to hire you.
It's the ability to talk directly to the potential client and answer all their questions, have patience for their situation, and be direct and authentic. You give more information as soon as possible and show as much empathy as possible, and then directing them to a solution to their issues rather than just speaking to a client and giving them a fee and getting off the phone.
Listening to the client. I have somebody take my initial call to set the appointment, and then they talk with me. And then I really try to listen and understand what they're dealing with and try to be as non-judgmental as possible. These people are being judged, or they think they're being judged everywhere they turn, and to have somebody listen to their situation and not be negative about it, I think that helps.
I would say probably being very sympathetic and listen to client stories.
Connect with your clients about what they're concerned about, right? Are they concerned about the shame the bankruptcy is going to bring them? Are they concerned about what's going to happen to their credit report? Really being able to have them feel like that this is a hopeful thing, something to be optimistic about. That's how you connect and convert.
I'm a real personable guy. I just inject myself into it, and that's it. I do all of the agreements. I'm the lawyer. I'm the paralegal. I do everything. They just talk to me.
Making sure that you don't waste the lead. You need to capture the information when the client calls. You need to engage in good follow-up, and I haven't always been good at that. But if you want to convert more leads, you need to set more appointments, and you need to get the clients in the office, and you need to close them.
Here, the main secret is this. Once they come and they're speaking to me, I should already know everything about their case. And then I explain to them why bankruptcy is best for them. And then I get them moving along, because they shouldn't be seeing me if bankruptcy is not going to work for them.
One of the secrets is just to be genuine with people when they call in. I mean, sometimes I advise people that bankruptcy is not the right choice for them, or that the timing might not be right. And I think that builds credibility, as opposed to, I think some of my competitors might try and force a square peg in a round hole sometimes.
Proper marketing. I just take and talk to people like they're ordinary human beings. I don't like attorneys that have their nose in there and that attitude that they think they're here and the client's here. As I tell my clients, who's interviewing who for a job? If somebody treats you like they are so much above you, move on. You don't need that person. You want somebody that talks and discusses things. I also explain the process in ways that nobody else does. Does it take more time? Yes, it does. But I don't want my clients thinking that I can wave my Harry Potter wand, of which I do have one on my desk, thanks to my wife. But I want to show them the method behind the madness. I don't want it a big secret, which is why I have 30 videos up on YouTube and my website trying to explain these things. I also have a book that I wrote that anybody can get to. It's called 49 Do's and Don'ts You Need to Know When Considering Bankruptcy, and you can download it from my website. And I will tell you, any book This preface is Alice talking to the Cheshire Cat is going to be different. Yes, I'm crazy. My wife is crazier, but I've been doing it for 46 years. I should have retired long ago. I'm having too much fun helping people.
I think really understanding the person and listening to them. They're going through something and it's difficult for them, right? They don't really, usually the word out there is like bankruptcy is bad, don't do it, last resort. And it really shouldn't be that way. It's a tool to help you. And I'm always telling people, let me show you all that bankruptcy can do for you, because it really does help so many people. And my clients always say, my only regret is that I waited so long to do this.
Be more empathetic with them and try to actually listen. Most people just want to be heard.
Be a good person. But otherwise, I think the other way to look at that is whose time are you using to convert leads? And we found that non-attorneys can convert the lead much quicker and more cost effectively.
Have an intake team. You got to have the intake team, not the attorney doing it.
We have a real big emphasis on treating people the way they deserve to be treated, with the kindness, caring, love, and respect that I would want, you would want, all human beings. If we treat people like that, I don't know, we probably convert a lot higher, but we also feel like that we're on mission with treating people the way I want to be treated.
Well, actually, you got to talk to them, because you can't just be a salesperson. You got to hear them, but at the same time, kind of guide the conversation when they start going off track because they're venting. Obviously, as an attorney, you've seen this, over the decades. When someone's saying a certain thing, you kind of know where it's going. You want to ask some targeted questions, but sometimes you just got to let someone vent or explain why. I always try to give them examples of something. When I talk to somebody, I think you build a little more personable relationship with them, and people hire who they feel comfortable with.
I ask a lot of questions.
I don't even try to convert the lead, and I think that's why it works for me. I don't put pressure on people. I always let people know you have to do what's best for you. If this is the right thing, I'll be here for you to help you, but I don't put pressure. I let them decide.
Stay in touch after the consult. Follow up with them. There's usually questions that they have that brought to answer, or they're anxious and probably overwhelmed. So just getting that next call, the next email sometimes helps seal the deals.
The secret is you have to connect with your potential clients. I have so many calls with people that don't result necessarily in them filing bankruptcy, but I'll point them in the right direction. It takes some of my time, but they're usually very gracious. I really just don't want to see anybody screwed for their circumstances. So a lot of times they're not even a bankruptcy client, but ironically, they will turn into like a Google review, and that helps me.
Helping your clients understand the benefits of a bankruptcy filing.
Just returning calls and getting back with people. I can't stress communication, good communication.
The best communication you can have with the lead, and to keep nurturing to them until they're ready, that you remain in communication with them after the initial consult to make sure that you've answered all the questions and they get them back on the calendar for their retaining appointment.
For me, it's about educating our consumer and letting them know that they're not the only one filing bankruptcy. It shouldn't be considered a stigma. It should be a tool that they can use to help move on to the next part of their life.
I have a pretty good conversion rate, and most people come to me because, again, they've discussed it with family or friends, and they're ready to file. It's unusual when somebody comes in and doesn't actually continue and file the case.
The secret to converting leads, human connection. Listen to their story and tell them you got a solution, and just repiece their life back together for them. They think it's falling apart, and they walk away feeling relieved.
Thanks for watching our video. Our goal is to help consumer bankruptcy attorneys become more profitable. Book a strategy call with us. These are private calls where we talk about what you're currently doing. Because all our contracts are month to month, we don't sell you into something that you don't need. What we do is we take one step at a time with you and help you become more profitable so you can take your practice from 20 to 50 or 10 to 20 or whatever you'd like. Thanks for watching.